On your mark, get set, go! Two teams both battling out in our opening contest to see exactly who will get the score. And start off our question round, then we'll move ahead. Winning team will go to the obstacle course to win fantastic prizes here on Double Dare. Now here's your host, Mark Sanders. Summers. God damn it, I'm fucking up the names. What a goddamn fail that was. I was never made out for fucking introductions in the first place, but you know what? I gave my best attempt to, introduce fucking Double Dare in my own improvisation, because I did not have a script in front of me. I just did that all off the top of my fucking head. So that was a fail in its own, but you know what? I did it, and I feel accomplished with myself. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live talk here. You already know who the fuck I am. I figured, you know what? Come on stream, have a nice little talk with you all about a nice little relic from childhood. Something that was a big part of not only mine, but I'm sure a lot of yours as well. For everybody who remembers sitting in front of your television, eating a bowl of Oreos, having your glass of orange juice or your Surge, or for dessert, having your nice little Wonder Ball, or when you were bored, you decide to play yourself with a Bop It, or Perfection, or Mousetrap, or whatever board game that you can get yourself in front of, or playing Crossfire. The 90s was one of the biggest decades throughout all of our childhoods, especially yours truly here in terms of, when it came to watching television and everything around them. And for this instinct, on this special occasion here, I decided, you know what? Instead of wearing the common, usual shirt that I wear, I figured, you know what? I'm gonna go through my drawer, find my Legends of the Hidden Temple shirts that I have, and pick one out. I didn't choose specifically which color to wear, so I decided, you know what? I'll do the Purple Parrots, because I do have all 6 of the shirts. I have the Red Jaguars, I have the Orange Iguanas, Blue Barracudas, Red Jaguars, Silver Snakes, the Green Monkeys, the Purple Parrots. Okay, the Red Jaguars, the Blue Barracudas, the Silver Snakes, the Purple Parrots, the Orange Iguanas, and the Blue. I can't fucking remember now, but I'll remember it once we start talking about it. Maybe a little spoiler right there. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard here. How's everybody doing tonight? If you're doing shitty, good, because I am as well. And that means, in Mr. Gabriel language, that you are doing swell. So it's good to see everybody here. I hope you all are doing swell with yourselves. I hope everybody's having a nice little night. It's good to see everybody joining me at this moment. I hope everybody is, enjoying their nice little nights. This little stream here will hopefully make up for lost causes after unfortunate circumstances that transpired with yours truly here. But you know what? I'm here. I'm all 100%. I'm doing better. And we're here to have a nice little talk about some relics of what made not only Nickelodeon, but our whole entire childhood what it was. Because here's the thing. A lot of us, for all you older folks, we all grew up watching particular programs from Nickelodeon. We all watched Cat Dog, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Ren and Stimpy, Our Real Monsters, The Mystery Files of Shelby Woo, Are You Afraid of the Dark, and many more. Many more shows that I can go on talking about what made the childhood from Nickelodeon so essential. But if you look at Nickelodeon this very day, Nickelodeon's not even the same anymore. You got a bunch of fucking shows that don't even hold a purpose or not even something special anymore. Nickelodeon's just not the same as it was all those years ago. The cartoons now are don't have a particular merit that not only targets kids, but also target adults as well within the humor, the humor itself, the slapstick involved, the particular theme, the mood, the message, the animation itself, there's no creativity in Nickelodeon anymore. But we're not here to talk about the cartoons. We're here to talk about the other part of what made Nickelodeon so well, in terms of not only watching either this in the morning time, but also nighttime. Because when you're watching shows from either if it's in the AM when you're trying to get ready for school, or you're either getting ready for bed, this is one of those instincts right now to where Saturday, Sunday, no matter what it is, even before, hell, before watching Nickelodeon, you watched the Magic School Bus. But when it came time to sit down and watch a show, you had your game show. So for all you folks out there who grew up watching the Nickelodeon 90s like yours truly here, and also is a fan of game shows in general, well, sit back, relax. We're going to have ourselves a nice little talk, and I managed to compile a nice little list here for everybody out there that I'm going to go over my 10 favorite programs from the Nickelodeon game shows that we managed to get. Now, we all know that the library itself isn't all that huge, but here's the thing, though. There is quite a bit of game shows out there that managed to stick and signify and really stick through and became memorable for all the right reasons, that not only made it so enjoyable, but it's the attraction, it's the hosting, it's the presentation, it's the whole entire concept, it's the entertainment value, whether it was the set itself or the characters or the puzzles or even sitting at home. See, the thing of what made these game shows from Nickelodeon so well and so much fun is that there were the ones where you get to sit at home and actually play along, whether it was like a trivia type show or if it was like a actual points and, click type of thing where you just point at the TV there. Or it was one of those ones where it really grew your suspense and you saw like a physical obstacle course going on, and you see either kids failing, fucking up, or you just, see them fucking break their necks, no matter what the case may be. So Nickelodeon shows were so much fun. You don't get that physical element anymore, and you don't get that whole entire creativity like with game shows anymore. Nickelodeon was able to bring such amazing programs. And as for what the programs are, well, I shall talk to you all about it. So before we go on, let me see how everybody's doing in the chat right now. Nice little tea there. I'll have my Sprite with me just in case. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, starting off now. I do not have any honorable mentions with me at the particular moment due to the fact, well, there's not really much I can choose from, but I got some honorable mentions here that I am going to go. I got some mentions here. I don't have any honorable mentions. Here is my top 10 list, starting with number 10. Now, this particular show, the thing is that if everybody is familiar with the program, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Well, before we had that particular program, this was that type of show that was like Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, but also had the concept of Jeopardy involved as well. Now, this particular program has like a school-themed type subjects going on that involves history, music, science, home economics, geography, physical education, mathematics, English, odds, social studies, current events, and many more subjects that we all had to learn in our days from school. No matter what the case may be, we all had to learn these particular subjects. Some of us probably didn't have to. But on this show, your knowledge is tested with on all these particular subjects here, and you got to try and cover the board itself. You're given question marks alone. There's wild cards that you can take or lose. And from that, the whole entire purpose is to, cover up the board. There was also, like in any other game show, to where if you choose like a physical challenge to where the person who obviously, completes it, gets the point, chooses the next round, and chooses the question. So this particular show did not necessarily last a long time due to the fact it was very short-lived. But here's the thing, though. The reason why I choose particular shows like these due to the fact as well, it's the concept. It's the whole entire concept and presentation is what made shows like this last and really stick out to me. even if it lasted for like 2 or 3 seasons, it's the concept that really stuck out and what made me enjoy it. And the thing is that it's a real shame that shows like these, like I'm going to name here momentarily, didn't last for very long. Because, again, the concept is what really made the show so enjoyable. Starting off with my number 10 is a program called Make the Grade. Now, we all know about education. We all know we all had to go through school. Some of us are going through school right now. Some of us in there. Then there's some of us who went through it and actually graduated. Or there's some of us, going through college or whatever. But we all can agree when it came to elementary or middle school, whatever the case may be, days before high school, we all had to go through different subjects. And here's the thing, though. Did it suck? Depends who you are, if you enjoyed it or not. But if you wanted to get yourself an education and you want to have fun, there were shows. And Make the Grade was definitely one of those particular programs that not only brought the educational value, but the fun factor as well of what making the show incredible. Now, again, I just wanted the 5th grade that came out a long while afterwards, but this show did have that nice little concept of Jeopardy involved along with that physical element. But again, this show alone was a lot of fun to watch. It's a shame, really, that it did not last long at all. I sure as hell wish it had a lot more going on. Oh, excuse me. So I wish there was a lot more going on because the premise was there, the concept was going on, and it would have been nice if this particular program continued on. So with that being said, folks, Make the Grade is my... Yes.
Hi.
Yes.
You want me to come on, didn't you?
Well, what do you want?
You want me to come on?
Well, okay, what do you want?
I thought I'd join you.
Do you remember the show Make the Grade?
I actually do, yes.
Okay, go ahead, talk about it.
I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I do have very, very fond memories of it. I mean, it's honestly, my memory is very foggy, but I do remember liking the show quite a bit. I want to hear you talk about it more than anything right now.
Well, funny thing is, I just got done talking about it.
Well, never mind then.
I was saying that if everybody knows the show Modern Times of what Ice Fire the 5th grader was,
yeah,
basically that, but with a mixture of Jeopardy involved, along with having that physical challenge that obviously a lot of these shows brought during that time. The concept there, it was very colorful. It dealt with, obviously, school subjects that we all had to learn. It had the wild card round that you can either take or lose that can really up your advantage. And the itself was very interesting with premise, but it was very short-lived.
It was. I remember. How long did this show exactly last? Like, not really that long.
It was only about 2 seasons, unfortunately.
Yeah, which is it was a fun show. It was fun from what I remember.
It was very fun for what it was. I wish that the fucking concept had lasted longer because there was so much that could have gone through. Okay, number 9. This particular show alone. Now, when you think of Mark Summers, I said I actually said Sanders earlier. I meant to say Summers, so I fucked up.
We all fuck up every once in a while. It's fine.
I did a little double dare improvisation type of show that didn't go my way because I didn't have.
By the way, I cannot believe I just noticed this Purple Bears T-shirt.
Yes, a lot of these other folks in the chat don't know what the fuck this is. They think we got a lot of young people in the chat. So there you go. Yeah, I know.
Moving on.
There's a lot of young people in the chat. It's okay.
Oh my god. Alex actually has, I think, if I remember correctly, I think he has actually all the team t-shirts. I have to look again, but I know he has the Silver Snakes. He has the Blue Barracudas. He has the Purple Parrots. I know that for a fact.
Because I was reminiscing on the teams earlier, and I actually forgot one because, again, I haven't seen Legends of the Temple.
Oh, it's been ages, dude.
So sometimes, especially being up in age now, your memory starts to really, fucking go shit now.
Yeah, no kidding.
So there's that.
Oh, is that some Sprite boo-boo?
Yeah, I figure, you know what, why the hell not? So the next
I
show,
subscribed earlier, so
well, there you have it. So the next
yeah.
show that I want to go over now, Mark Summers. We all know that name. We all know exactly what he brings, but we're not here to talk about that particular one just yet.
Yes, sir.
We're here to talk about another program that he was on, and this show alone was one where it was a little bit more mess, was just as messy, if not more, than Double Dare. This is basically one of those programs to where you are given a situation. You have to choose between the two. If you end up choosing the one, well, obviously you have to deal with one. There were so many different variety of things that happened on the show where it gave you a wall of stuff that you can pick and choose from. There are obviously different pie segments that you went through. That was a lot of fun. I mean, there was the pie pendulum, there was the pie slide, there was the pie gag, the pie pod.
A lot of pie stuff.
Yeah, because let's just say, because here's the thing: the pies is obviously one of the biggest slapstick gags in the whole entire book of comedy. If you don't laugh at someone getting hit in the face with a pie, then I don't know what the fuck's wrong. Because the pie gag is literally one of the oldest traits in comedy alone.
I agree. I mean, so what's the title card here? What's bringing up for the fine folks here?
The show that I'm talking about is a program called "What Would You Do?"
It's been again, like with the previous one, it has been a long time, but there's a lot of pie stuff in this show.
Yeah, there was a lot of pie things going on within this particular program, but again, it involves the whole entire situation of what you were given. There was a medley of questions that you could have done. Also, there was dares that you could have done. You had to pick and choose between cars. There was guessing games. There was like charades. There was a lot of things that happened on this program that was really fun. It was creative, and there was just so many different variety of things that you could have done on this program that was just, well, enjoyable.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable show. Like the previous one, my memory of the show is foggy. I know if I watched it, I'd be like, oh yeah, that stuff going on right there. But I have, like with the last one, fond memories of the show, very fond memories.
Now, here's the thing, though, within this particular program, a lot of the names was very fucking silly. I actually wrote down some of them of the silly things that you were given.
Oh, God.
Peanut butter jumping jacks.
Oh, that name comes to mind.
There was eat a Twinkie with gravy.
Eat a Twinkie.
Or you are given a situation that involved the physical atmosphere. I'm going to be saying that a lot throughout this whole entire little program.
I'll take the physical challenge.
Well, yeah, because that's what a lot of these game shows involve, was a physical type of thing going on. So you're either given a deal of either you have to eat a cockroach, which didn't happen on the program, but I'm just giving an example. Either you have to eat a cockroach, or you have to take a bath in worms. So
yeah,
that was basically somewhat like a premise.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, it was kind of like, from what I can remember, it was like Let's Make a Deal, but with its own little twist.
Yeah. I mean, you summed it up pretty perfectly.
So it was another one of those programs to where it didn't last long, but I think it lasted for like what, I think around two years, early 90s, if I remember correctly, is when it lasted. So that alone is what made the show pretty fun.
Yeah. I mean, really nothing else to contribute to saying that. Yeah, it was, because like I mentioned, it's been a long time since I've really seen any of these, but I know once we get to the shows that I remember, I'll be like, holy shit, yeah, this was fucking awesome.
Well, we'll get to some of them once we get there, but in terms of the program, now this is a show that a lot of people won't seem to particularly remember in terms of, well, once I say this name.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this show was an original concept from ABC from like the early 50s, but Nickelodeon obviously had their own spinoff to it. Mm-hmm. Again, lasted for about 2 seasons, unfortunately. This is a particular show to where you got different events. You obviously had to use your mind, put it to the test, and see exactly, how fast you'll be able to, complete these challenges in a particular time. there had to do things where you had to search for words, you had to play tic-tac-toe or guess a particular mood or do like a little wipeout type thing, or you have to play like a little spelling bee or balance certain objects or capture the flag or some cards. So many different things was going on within this particular program. But the thing is that it didn't last long because of the because, well,
I guess the numbers weren't high enough, maybe.
probably. But this was another show that was really enjoyable. My number 8 is Think Fast.
Think Fast. I don't remember that one, if I'm being honest with you.
The show was somewhat similar to Double Dare, but it also focuses on the element of your knowledge and your educational parts of testing your knowledge while also adding that particular physical atmosphere to the whole entire show. So there was a lot of different silly things going on. I mean, some of the games, it was like a mixture 50-50 from what I remember. Some of it was silly. Some of it was very creative. And some of it was very, you know what? This is pretty ingenious and didn't really get much, attention to it.
And genius, that's a big word right there.
Well, I mean, that's the best way to fit it. Because there were some things on this particular program that was ingenious and it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
So I actually had a lot of fun watching this particular program, at least certain reruns from watching on Nickelodeon, because they did play it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about your TV, but they played it here.
Well, my room in here doesn't really have cable. I mean, technically I do, but it's very, very limited. However, I do have an Apple TV, so I think I can watch it from there. I'll have to see if I can.
We're not talking about modern technology. We're talking about the past.
I know what you mean, but you mentioned reruns.
Yes.
That's what I mean. I want to see if I can watch reruns using this thing. That's what I mean. You mentioned reruns. That's the only reason why I say that.
You're an egg.
You're an egg.
Fuck you. All right, next program that I want to talk about now. Nickelodeon was very big on slime.
Yes, it was.
That was their thing. And it's still their thing to this very day. Well, I don't know how it's going on now. Well, with the whole, I'm not going to mention it, but the obvious.
I mean, from what I know, the latest Kids' Choice Awards, oh, yeah, there was a lot of it from what I saw, at least.
Well, that's what happens when the Hulk ejaculates too late.
Jesus,
well, this next show I want to talk about, let's just say a lot of shows that we used to watch, and I mentioned some of them. The Mystery Files of Shelby Woo, Clarissa Explains It All.
Ooh, Clarissa Explains It All. I remember that one very, very well.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
God, yes.
What else I'm trying to think of? Obviously, all that is a big name right here.
All that, come on. If you were born in the 90s and if you never saw all that, I don't think you actually lived in the 90s.
Well, there's probably a couple. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to be a fucking asshole.
Well, come on, you are an asshole, Gary.
I'm going to type it in the chat here.
All right, sure. Yeah, all that, guys, watch it. I mean, and that was how the Amanda Show came off, which the Amanda Show, that's another good one that also came off of all that.
Well, that is one of them that I can say, was
good point. Good point with that one.
So this particular show that I'm going to name, some of these programs I mentioned, the reoccurring guests that came on the program, they even had features musical celebrities or pro wrestling celebrities. The show that I want to mention now was involved, guessing a particular talent a kid brings. But it involves, animals or their family. But this program lasted for about 4 seasons until there was a rerun. Don't watch the rerun. Just stick with the original one from the 90s. This particular program was Figure It Out.
I remember Figure It Out. That was a good one.
A lot of folks should remember Figure It Out because this program, it involved kids coming on a program. Obviously, we knew about Summer Sanders.
Yep.
Summer Sanders, that is her name.
Mm-hmm.
Great host. Now, I remember correctly that a lot of the reoccurring panelists that was on the program, it was Danny Tamborelli, there was Lori Beth Dinbird, there was Phil Moore, there was Michael Malley.
Michael Malley. Oh my God, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
We'll talk about his name pretty soon.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Josh Server. What the fuck? There was another one.
Was his first name Dave by chance?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay, because I'm thinking of I'm thinking of a specific person, but I don't know if he was on the show or not.
I knew Cat Dog was on the show. I knew that fucking cousin Skeeter was on the program.
That's right.
I knew that Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Chris Jericho on the fucking Big Show were guests on this program.
Yeah, it must. Yeah, that was ages ago. Though. I mean, like that's where my memory kind of goes foggy with this one.
I'm trying to remember exactly who else was on the program. Okay, I knew Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell were on the program, but most of the panelists were all that cast members.
Yeah.
So this program involved, get a kid obviously saying what his secret talent is. They have to, guess what it is. They're given different clues. Obviously, we all remember that the best part of the program was the secret slime action.
Of course, yeah.
Obviously, they get fucking gacked in that shit. So that was the beauty of the whole entire program, and that was enjoyable. But it was the whole entire element of seeing these celebrities trying to figure out, no pun intended, exactly of what the particular talent is, what they're able to do. Some of them got it right, some of them didn't. And that was the beauty that I enjoyed about the show. There was quite a few folks who weren't fans, so they thought it was a little too cheesy and corny. Sure, it may came off on certain episodes, maybe around, I'm going to say later seasons, but in the earlier ones, it was not like that. It was very enjoyable. And no, Skeeter was not a Muppet.
No, I mean, like, it was corny, do not get me wrong, but like that was kind of part of the charm of the show in the first place.
Yeah, and it was entertaining. Yeah. It was very entertaining.
Yes, entertaining.
But there was one question that I've been wanting to know about this particular program. Those kids who were audience members who were supposedly going to win a prize, did they actually get those prizes?
I wonder the same thing.
Because they're offered, their prize. You get an official backpack, you get a fucking portrait, you get yourself a prop from Legend.
I remember the backpacks.
That was most of the fucking prize. The whole entire show was that you get yourself a backpack.
I had the fucking logo on it too, right?
An authentic figure it out or a Nickelodeon backpack. The main fucking prize all the time is that you win a backpack or a goddamn picture, and they say, "Oh, you win an authentic." I repeat, an authentic
backpack,
an authentic prop from Legends of the Hidden Temple. They literally said that you'll win a prop you'll win a prop from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I highly doubt they actually won it too.
The main prize was a goddamn backpack.
I remember what the backpack's like in my head too. That was, that's some backpack right there.
I literally have to look it up and see exactly what.
Yeah, I mean, because I remember it was a backpack, but I gotta see this myself too. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, so some of the prizes, I literally had to look this up. Okay, so there were certain prizes where you gotta win yourself some bicycles, a trampoline, a camera. Okay, I remember this. This was another common prize on the program.
Share screen that thing, if you can. Yeah, the backpack.
No, not the back. I'm looking at a list of other prizes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I remember this particular prize well. This was showcased a lot. $100 gift card to Toys R Us. I remember that one very well.
I do as well.
That's worth a prize.
That's a prize right there, not a fucking backpack. Come on.
Okay, I also remember this one.
I mean, backpacks can come in handy later in your life, but $100 gift card to Toys R Us, fuck yeah.
That is worth a prize. Okay, $100 gift card to Blockbuster. That's a good one.
Oh god, that would have been amazing to have.
$200 gift card to Kids Foot Locker. I love how
Kids Foot Locker. Interesting.
Yes, remember Foot Locker? There's a Foot Locker.
Yes, I remember Foot Locker. I used to go to those things like all the time, dude.
No joke. My current sandals that I wear now, they're actually from Foot Locker.
No shit.
Yeah, and they're really nice. But I also remember there was, oh God, there was CD players, there was sport,
See,
those, what was it, Tiger Electronic Games.
oh my god, those electronic.
Basically physical type of prizes. But when it came to electronics, I think other than the gift cards, I think the best prize that you could have won, I figured out, was a Nintendo 64.
I just noticing that. Yeah, you could also win a kayak, a a fucking 9-inch TV. You could win as well.
Yeah.
You could also win a Sega Saturn.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm looking at all of the prizes. Yeah, you could win a CD player, sports tables, a basketball hoop. Uh,
A lot of shit.
oh, dude, look. Well, yeah, there's even more. There's portable CD player, electronic sports game, unwired wireless headphones. Ain't that something? It's a skateboard, sleeping bags. You can run a Game Boy Pocket with this thing. It includes Pokemon and a camera. Damn.
See, other than the fucking backpack, that was showcased as like the main thing. But there was some cool prizes that you could have won. Now, if you want to talk about prizes, I believe Double Dare actually gave some really cool stuff.
Yes, Double Dare had some awesome prizes. I remember that for a fact.
We'll get to that. But when it comes to, remember the name Michael Malley that I was talking about?
Absolutely, I do.
Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty, the top 6 programs that we all should vividly remember properly.
Yes. Okay, so what's the next one?
Okay, number 6, we're going to talk about physical. Basically, being physical.
Yeah.
Staying in shape, doing different obstacle courses.
Time to get physical. Huh? I will not do that anymore. Just keep going.
No, hold on. Okay, what was that?
I don't even know myself what that was. Let's move on.
Once I watch the replay of this, I'm going to have to look and see what the fuck that was.
Even I don't remember what the fuck that was. I'm trying to think of that myself. It was just a spur of the moment thing.
I'm going to watch that and try an understanding. Now, obviously, we all remember Moira Quirk.
Yes, Moira Quirk, yes.
She was a fantastic referee, and also she was on Figure It Out as well. Obviously, our host, Michael Malley. Now, they had the standard, and then they had Global Guts.
God, Guts. You know what the strange thing is? The moment you say Guts, it plays in my head. Do you have the guts?
Uh-huh.
The first thing that plays in my head is that.
Now, they did try to do My Family's Got Guts, but if I remember
yeah, that wasn't the best. It really wasn't.
It did not go according to plan, from what I remember.
It never caught on the way that Guts or Global Guts caught on.
Nah. So, for all those out there, if you remember the show American Gladiator, this was basically the kids' version of American Gladiator.
Yep, the freaking aggro rock and all that stuff that you can get for that. And also, and we covered this on both of us a while back, but somebody had sold a prop of the aggro crack for like what? It was either a couple of hundred or a couple of grand that they were selling it for.
It was definitely a lot of money. And actually, someone had a legit prop because the article remembers correctly that they were actually a legit contestant on the program.
Yeah.
So that alone is intriguing.
And by the way, I know I just mentioned it, but man, that theme song is one of the most iconic theme songs, and honestly, Nickelodeon history. If I'm being honest,
it's a very catchy theme.
It is, yeah. I can't stop me. Do you have it? Do you have it? God, no, I'm sorry.
If I understand correctly, in terms of what things that they had in the program, they had so much stuff.
They had a lot of stuff, yeah.
There was obviously the gym courses where they were, they had to bounce back and forth, either involve the basketball or shooting archery or,
I'm looking it up right now. Okay, so
they obviously had the pool where you had to do some sort of swimming. They had track. They had some skiing going on. And I remember vividly that the main colors was blue, red, and purple.
That is very correct. Yes. Let's see. I'm trying to find out. Here we go. Nickelodeon fandom for Guts. I'm looking up the actual games. Okay, so there is There was basic training. There was a Blade Runner thing. There was Boogie Down. Double. I remember Double Play. I remember that one very well. Oh my, there's a lot. Over the Top, Peak to Peak. Slamma-Jamma. I remember that very well.
That one was very nice.
Yeah, Slamma-Jamma. There was also Wild Wheels. You have to remember that one.
If there was one particular game that was actually my personal favorite, it was the obstacle course.
Oh, the obstacle course was brilliant.
Obstacle course, there was so many things that was going on with the obstacle course. There was, I believe it was the basic training course.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, think back to when we were in school during the elementary days.
Mm-hmm.
And, what's this? I tried. Well, my hair's not combed because I took a nap. But okay, if I remember correctly, when it came to the obstacle course, there was, the basic stuff that. Okay, think back the days. Let me turn the chat off for a moment because I'm getting distracted. The days of when we were in school and we were given obstacle courses, because I remember elementary, they usually on a good holiday or whatever, they set up an obstacle course for us.
Yeah.
Remember those little
goddamn Skippy, I do remember that.
Scooters we used to set on, those little scooters.
Yes.
The ones with the handles, and we got our fucking fingers caught in them. And
I remember those things so well.
I fucking loved playing on those a lot. I mean, we admit it. Everybody who played with them, you got to admit we all got our fingers caught under the wheels sometimes. I
remember that.
I enjoyed playing with those. But when it came to the obstacle course, there was obviously the cargo net, there was the wall climb, there was, the rings, the jumping in the pool, the tire crawl, or jumping on the tires. It was all about beating the clock. So
yeah, it was a race against time, dude, the entire time.
That was the beauty that I loved and really stood out for me mostly out of all the other games. I do, again, all of them are fun and very enjoyable. But the obstacle course one was the one that really stuck out, and other than the fact you obviously had to climb the fucking rock.
Yeah. Oh, that rock. Good. And if I remember correctly, that the aggro crag wasn't won a lot of the time.
Yeah, because if you look at the aggro crag, sure, it may be one thing in terms of its appearance, but if you look at it, it's not only a lot bigger than what it looks like, but
yeah.
It's obviously a lot harder because it's like one of those rock climbing things.
Yeah.
And plus, the thing that what made the challenge so much more difficult is that you got all this fucking steam coming out, popping in your face.
Yes.
That's what made it much more difficult.
I agree. I mean, from I remember, like I mentioned, The Rock was only won a few times throughout the show's history.
Yeah.
Maybe a few times because that last part, if you were lucky to get there, good luck.
Yeah, you had to be very fucking lucky to get through.
Yeah.
Now, so I did enjoy the Global Guts as well, where it brought kids from all over the world to showcase their talents, their physical feats.
Yeah.
Able to do. I thought that was very nice, and Michael Malley did a very good job hosting. Moira Quirk, can't go wrong with her abilities, explain the rules and such. Description, given that I love the show was able to maintain a nice stable of professionalism to it.
I agree, it was.
Okay, moving on here. Number 5. Still talking about Michael Malley. Now, you probably won't remember this one, but this was a show that this is like one of those shows to where it's like a top 3 material, but after thinking about the other ones, I think number 5 is a proper place to put this particular one in. Now, do you remember the particular program where 2 teams, there was the yellow and orange, they had to cooperate together?
Yes, I think I know what you're talking about. I think yellow and orange gave it away right away.
Mm-hmm. And there
was Double Dare?
Nope.
Oh, I thought it was Double Dare. God dang it.
Continue to give us some clues. There was round 1, connect the dots. Round 2, the dots round where you had to choose a square.
My God.
Then if there was a physical activity, you had to either toss some rings or a puzzle or shuffle.
I know what you're talking. I can't think of the freaking name though. Oh my God.
There was a power search where you get a bonus.
Yeah.
There was the
Oh my
Mega
God.
Memory Round.
What was the fuck? Okay, I can see it in my head. I can't remember what the damn name was.
Can you try and get the picture now?
For God's sake. God dang it. The moment you said, I was like, I'm such an idiot. The picture, yes, I can you get the picture? God damn it, Gary.
Sure.
Austin can see. Be quiet, first of all. Yes.
There you go. Gotta get the picture.
Yeah, gotta get the picture. Get the picture now, guys.
This was one of the programs to where you obviously were given different trivia questions, and you had to try and guess the particular picture. He's giving you a clue of what the particular specific category is. Connect the dots, and it reveals a square.
Yeah.
If you got to guess, well, you say what it is. If you don't have a guess, you don't say it. And obviously,
yeah, exactly.
The next person. The game itself was obviously very straightforward to the points. It was fun. I really loved the whole entire atmosphere for the actual board itself. I loved what it looked like. I really enjoyed the whole entire presentation. It had a catchy theme song. I thought Michael Malley, for him doing a much more of a trivia type role instead of what we're usually accustomed to seeing from him when it came to seeing Guts, for him to take a role like this, I thought he did himself a very exquisite job, showcasing the questions, going over the rules, communicating with the teams. Some of the teams alone, it depends exactly how the episode was going to go, but I thought exactly that the cooperation was going on. Now, a lot of these particular shows from here on out involved a lot of cooperation, pairs of two.
Yeah, I agree.
So that alone is very investing, and I really loved and admired so much about that when it came to this program.
It was a fun show.
This only lasted 2 seasons too.
A lot of good shit only lasted maybe a season or two. It's a damn shame too.
It's a very unfortunate thing because, out of all the ones that I have seen that lasted for like maybe 2 or 3 seasons, this is the one that really stood out the most on much more of a personal note. Because the thing is that if you look at it, it's just colorful. It's very colorful, and it can actually get you involved while watching.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, if you pretty much have pretty much took the words right out of my mouth, I've got nothing else to say.
Oh, I'm doing all the talking.
You're doing good, Gare Bear.
I'm doing all the fucking talking here, unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, because get the picture. I remember the show very fondly. It's just again, like a lot of these shows, like Guts, I remember a lot of the show. I know when we keep going up and up, I'm gonna be like, that's right, these things. But get the picture it was a show that I do remember. It was, I remember what was it? Getting the picture, huh? Moving on.
Okay, now
forgive me, people. I'm stupid.
Well, you'll know about the top 4 once I mention them. Okay. This particular program that I'm going to mention, the name Phil Moore.
Phil Moore. Okay, that rings a bell.
Okay. What is the show that comes to mind when you think of Phil Moore?
Phil Moore. Well, a couple, but I don't know why I keep thinking of Double Dare, but I know that's not the one.
Scorchia, Mongo, Murloc.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Yeah, Murloc, right? I'll see myself out. Oh my god. You fucking idiot. Yeah, Murloc, I thought it was Legends of the Hidden Temple for some reason. The one I heard Murloc, I don't know why that connected the way it did. Someone mentioned Nick Arcade. That's the one. Yeah.
Yes!
Nick Arcade, yeah. I saw Nick Arcade.
Whoever the fuck's
Count Victor mentioned it. Count Victor. I don't know why. I just saw Nick Arcade and I just thought, that's it. That's the one.
Whoever the fuck said Nick Arcade, thank you very much.
It was Count Victor, yeah. I'm a fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. I don't know why And Nick Arcade was like literally one of my favorite shows on Nick back in the day. That was actually one of my favorite shows. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, Mongo.
Yeah, I'm actually quite embarrassed for myself right now.
That is Nick Arcade.
I know. I am such an idiot. Wow. That was one of my favorite shows too. I woke up every morning, like at 5 or 6 in the morning, just so I could watch it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna get your blood pressure. Actually, I've already done that pretty well already. Oh God. Anyways,
I don't know what to say at this moment.
Neither do I. I'm actually quite embarrassed. That was not good.
I'm.
Oh my God.
I had to see myself out right now.
Wait, you think you do? How do you think I feel right now?
I ought to come over there and slap you right now for.
Please, I deserve that.
Yeah, you do fucking deserve that for fucking up like that.
Yeah, for one of my favorite shows too.
Made yourself and made us look foolish in front of how many people?
No. I don't make no. You are the smart one. I look like the idiot right now.
It's an equal share in this.
No, it's not. No.
Oh my God. Okay, but
no, I will not let you take the downfall for this.
Back to the fucking program.
Yes, please. Nick Arcade. Yes, I like I mentioned. I didn't hear about the show until after all the episodes had aired. I caught the reruns. I woke up every morning not every morning, but a lot of mornings when I found that it was on. I woke up like an hour before, so maybe half an hour before it started. And I would watch the reruns, and I was sad when it ended because I loved it that much.
God damn.
Entertaining. Yeah, how do you think I feel right now?
Okay, back to the whole entire program. So there was the face-off. You had different games to obviously see who exactly. Well, start off the round. Then you had little Mikey's World.
Yep. Yeah, you basically play arcade games until like the very final round. You would actually go into a game and play it.
But
yeah.
Before you had to play the video challenge, where you had obviously some of the most infamous games of all time, and
of course,
this is one of those programs to where it really got folks into playing video games, whether it was for the NES, Atari, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo.
Yes, sir.
That's the video challenge. Then you had this. Then you had the little. When it came to moving Mikey, obviously you were given either a pop quiz or a video puzzle or different points. So that was basically, if I remember correctly, it was the 4Ps. It was the 4Ps is what made what was the whole entire program. But yes, the video zone alone, there was level 1, there was level 2, then you had to try and go against the boss and fight off either against Marlock, Scorchia, or Mongo. But here's the thing though, I'm just sitting there correctly, and if I am not mistaken that when you're fucking in the goddamn video zone, they were in front of a green screen. So see exactly. I just thought it was entertaining because because the fact they're in the front of a green screen, they're just running around and shit.
I mean, I just wonder if they could see. I mean, I imagine they have had to like show them like a video monitor to show them what they were going up. I mean, they had to have.
Okay. For what shirt this is, if you know Legends of the Hidden Temple, I'm going to let you guess what team it is.
Oh, please guess this. If you can guess this, like that'd be amazing.
Yeah, because I think the visual is actually
Oh, okay. Convictor once again corrects us. It was actually a blue screen set.
Oh, blue screen. Well, it was a big screen that they had to go in front
Correct.
of. Very much. And they had monitors. But
yes, okay. I figured they had monitors.
But looking at it, it was very hard to deal with. So
it was, yeah, because you have to focus on two things: either one, avoiding enemies in the video zone, and two, looking at the screen, seeing where the heck you actually were the entire time. Is that shirt from the Aztecs?
You're close enough.
Oh, Lucas got the right answer.
No, did he now?
Yeah, he said the Purple Parrots.
Oh, did he now?
Yes.
Oh, Tiffany got it correct too. Did she now? Wonderful. All right.
Tiffany. I don't see Tiffany's answer.
Oh, it came up. Number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to number 3.
Yes, sir.
I actually did a little spoiler of what was going to be on the list earlier, and the intro right here the intro that I did that I fucking butchered pretty bad, that was improvised. Well, I might as well just showcase the name for
Couldn't
it.
be as bad as me messing up Hidden Temple for Nick Arcade. Just saying.
I'm gonna beat your ass later. After.
I know. I'm looking forward to that too.
I'm going to beat your ass later on once this is over.
I know you're gonna beat me by yelling at it while I'm playing BioShock Infinite.
No, I'll come over there and beat you personally.
Love you, Daddy man. Sorry about that. My dad came in to say goodnight. I want to say love you.
Well, good night to you too, and fucking, you goddamn purple bastard. You, you fucking goddamn.
Guys, I love him. I love him, even though if he hates me, I love him.
You fucking pear.
Yeah.
All right,
You're a potato.
you're a fucking pear.
You're a potato.
You're a mango.
You're an orange.
Go fuck yourself. Okay, next up, Double Dare.
Double Dare, yes. The Double Dare was amazing.
We all know about Double Dare. Everybody should remember this particular program. It's one of the biggest ones that stood out from the 80s up into the 90s. 2 teams go head-to-head in an opening physical challenge to see who will start off in the question survey. And the more points grow, well, chances are that you will go to the obstacle course to win prizes. And I actually got a little dossier loaded up of all the prizes.
Oh, you do?
And dossier, that's a big word.
That is a big word, yes.
Yep. But I do happen to have a little dossier here. of some of the prizes that was featured on Double Dare, which I will get to momentarily because I think that alone is very interesting to talk about. So, in terms of, well, camera went out of focus there for a moment. My camera out of focus.
No, it's good again. It's good.
Oh, very good.
It's good.
When it came to Double Dare, the thing that I really loved is that even though we all knew about the question round, answering the particular surveys, now the thing is that when they say dare, goes to the next team. If they say Double Dare, goes back to the other team. But if they say physical challenge, well, they don't answer the question. They go to the physical challenge to see who.
Yes, sir. I'll take the physical challenge.
The physical challenges were a lot of fun. See, if I was on Double Dare, this is one of those shows that I would love to see myself on.
You know what I'd love to see on it? Lucas, just to see him fuck up a lot.
Him getting stuck in that goddamn fucking the kid squisher.
Yes, I would love to see that.
Him going down the big slide, him picking the nose. Out of all the fucking courses, trying to reach, the big fucking asshole nose, we had to.
Yes, I understand.
And you had to, this gas shit was coming out of your face.
Like,
fucking nose, just literally picking the nose. That was the hardest one because you couldn't find the fly because it was so
never.
So that was the hardest part. There was the hamster wheel. There was.
You have to almost touch that thing's fucking brain to find that stuff.
There was the tunnels, the fudge tunnels. There was the
fudge tunnel.
Oh my god, there was a lot of things that was going on with that program that was just enjoyable. So when it came to Double Dare, obviously we as kids remember for the obstacle course, no doubt about it. But looking at the show alone is that I really did enjoy the whole entire. I really enjoyed the questions that they chose. Some questions were easy. Some questions were a little more challenging. But at the same time, it was a nice little balance with what was going on. But if there was one particular version of Double Dare that I remember vividly, is Super Sloppy Double Dare.
Oh my god, yes. That was one of my favorite games, too.
It wasn't a game. It was a.
Yes, but you know what I mean. It was one of my favorite parts of the entire show.
The themes that was transpired in the show from around 87 to 89.
Like I said, that was one of my favorite things about it. That's how I was about to mention, but you cut me off.
You fucking bottle.
I was just trying to reiterate. That's all I was trying to do.
There was also the family Double Dare.
What was that?
I don't know. Well, it was. What do you think it was?
I don't know, and that kind of frightens me.
You know what frightened me when you did that fucking noise earlier? That frightened me even more.
Touche.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, as we were saying.
You goddamn chickapoo.
You're a chickapea.
Chickapie.
Chickapie.
Chicken pot pie. I love chicken pie.
That's not bad. That's chicken pop. Anyways, let's continue on.
Well, next up, folks. Now we're gonna talk about the show that I'm giving you all another little Easter egg. Oh, I forgot to go over the prizes on Double Dare.
Okay.
You want me to go over the prizes?
Yes, I seen a comment that Alexa Taylor says. You know, those is a big word. Euphoric.
All these prizes I'm gonna name are fucking euphoric right now. So obviously you got a gift card to Toys R Us. You obviously won a Walkman from Sony.
Oh, that would have been a cool prize to win a Walkman.
A skateboard, a bicycle, CD player, VHS.
I had a skateboard.
VCRs, assorted videotapes.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I
thought about to say garbage cans. Like, that's a shitty prize to win.
Oh my god! You know what? I might actually have to go on eBay and buy myself one of these. A Garfield telephone.
A Garfield telephone?
Garfield telephone was a prize. You could have also won the World Book Encyclopedia.
Ooh.
You could have also won a printer. You could have also won
a printer.
Out of all the systems, at least through the 80s, but again, the Atari 7800.
Oh my god.
You could have won yourself a package of assorted records, which would have been
there you go. So
my prize that I would take. You could have You could have also won yourself pairs of jeans from Levi's.
I wonder if no, I was about to say Calvin Klein, but nope, I was up in Tuesday, but Back to the Future the reference.
No, we're not doing Calvin Klein. This was Levi's.
I know.
You could have won telescope. You could have won. Now, honestly,
I remember the telescopes. Yeah.
Now, this is a bit of a debatable topic for all you younger generation, for all you older generation folks. Truthfully, for me, I was more of a fan of KB Toys than Toys R Us.
I agree. I actually was too.
I actually thought KB Toys was a little bit better in terms of cheaper atmosphere, and especially when you're a kid, it was a little bit more of a nicer attraction because they always had some sort of like play set in the front there that would be getting your interest, or some sort of like toy robot or airplane or a fucking train set or some sort of thing going on that would have really gotten your interest. What else could have you also won? Okay, you want to know what some of the grand prizes were?
Yes, yeah, please, yeah. Let's jog our memories with this stuff.
Well, there was vacations. One of them was obviously Disney World.
The Disney World stuff. Yeah.
There was also a place to, what was it called? I know it was like some sort of resort. I think it was in Hawaii. I can't remember where it was.
I was about to say, for some reason, the Bahamas came to mind, but the Hawaii sounds more right.
Maybe it was the Bahamas, but I don't remember. But I knew it was like some sort of resort trip. There was also, you could have won yourself mini cars like Corvette or a race car.
Corvette would have been a pretty nice. Prize.
You could have also got okay. You want to know some of the parting gifts that you could have got? Yeah. Okay, wait till you hear this.
All right.
You could have won yourself a month's supply of Lifesavers and bubble gum.
I mean, hey, Lifesavers are good shit. So.
A hug a pet animal animal backpack. It was okay. It was okay. It was the hug a pet animal backpack. You know what that was? It was basically a fucking backpack with a snuggly animal, like a monkey or some sort of or a zebra or whatever the fuck it may be.
It's not a bad gift, but still.
There was also, what could have you also won? Some candy like Sugar Babies or Skittles or M&Ms.
Ooh, Skittles.
One of the nice prizes was you could have got yourself a board game or a kind fucking parting prize and an NES.
That would have been amazing. And you said this was a parting gift, right?
It says right here that this was also, this was a regular. This right here was parting gifts.
Oh, so it was a parting gift.
which is honestly extremely fucking generous.
Yeah, no shit. To have an NES a parting gift, that would have been. I would have killed to have had that as a parting gift if I ever was.
I guess Nickelodeon game shows had some amazing prizes.
Oh yeah,
Super Sloppy Double Dare. Well, their prizes were. I'm not going to go over those, but folks get the gist. Next show that I want to talk about. Well, I'm just going to say the name because I'm wearing it.
Don't bring it up again, Austin. Don't do it.
No, you're not going to bring it up again.
I'm not going to because you're going to beat me up even more so.
We're talking about it right now.
Yes, because that show fucking rules.
This show lasted for 3 seasons, but it was memorable for all the right reasons.
Absolutely.
The premise of the show is that you obviously are given a story.
Mm-hmm.
It was presented by none other than Kurt Fogg along with Olmec.
Yes.
You had your teams. You had the 6 teams. You had, if I can remember them correctly by name, you had the Red Jaguars.
Yep.
Blue Barracudas.
Yep. I wound up in the Blue Barracudas actually.
The Green Monkeys.
That's the other one.
The Orange Iguanas.
Yep.
Purple Parrots and the Silver Snakes. Okay, I actually remembered all 6 teams properly. So
well done.
So you had the 6 teams. You had to cross the moats in order to see who will advance.
Yeah, that's right.
We were only able to take about 4 teams, if I'm not mistaken, because they had to go to the steps of knowledge in order to understand exactly, what story that they're going to be hearing and exactly what they're going to be, trying to retrieve from the temple itself.
Correct.
So the stories alone were very interesting. I thought they were very fascinating. You want to know the God's honest truth? Legends of the Hidden Temple was that program that really grew my own interest for learning about history and learning about, different types of stories and myths and stuff. Legends of the Hidden Temple was that program that really started it for me. So obviously they did the steps of knowledge, and the 2 teams that advance on is the Temple Games. And honestly, if you remember back at the Temple Games, basically the Temple Games were like a rinse and repeat type process.
They were.
They say, it's sticking theme to what the story is about. But if you look at it, the Temple Games, honestly, it was not my favorite thing to watch for the program. I didn't care for the Temple Games that much. But we all got to the best part, the fucking Temple Run itself. The Temple Run where one team goes in, they go through, obviously, all different courses throughout the whole thing, try and avoid the fucking temple guard that comes out of nowhere, scares the shit out of them, and you have to have the pendant of life in order to, not get yourself caught. And that was the thing about the Temple Games, is that the Temple Games was where you had to try and earn yourself the pendant of life.
Yes, oh God, the pendant.
Will you get off your phone?
The pen of life, yes, I actually remember. Jesus Christ, yes, that was that was a pain in the ass from what I saw.
So when it came to the Temple Game, obviously out of nowhere you had the fucking Temple guards come out, scare the shit out of you.
It was like boom, and then everyone. Did I scare you?
No,
I thought I did scare you when I went boom.
No. You didn't fucking scare me, you goddamn bubblegum butt fucker. So the temple guards were out there. If you didn't have the pendant of life at all, you're fucked. Also, if I remember correctly, I think there was a part where you could have gotten yourself another half of the pendant as well.
Yeah, I think so too.
I can't remember that correctly. But obviously, when it came to all the different rooms, the one that everybody seems to remember mostly vividly is the Shrine of the Silver Monkey.
Yeah. God, Jesus Christ.
You remember what you're supposed to do?
Yeah.
You had to go grab the pieces, try and put the little fucker together. And
not get caught still.
Everybody still seemed to have struggled with that. It was only 3 fucking pieces where you had to, put the butt on the fucking butt on the bottom, the goddamn waist in the center, and the head on top in order to unlock the next room.
They were probably, because I remember correctly, those temple guards were still on her ass. Nonetheless, they were probably scared shitless, nervous as all hell.
Well, if you didn't have your pendant of life, they were gonna take them the pendant in order to not get caught.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So yeah, you barely had that fucking pendant or else you're screwed.
Yes, but okay, if you go through the temple, okay, the temple itself is okay. Once you go to a specific room to grab the fucking, propped object that they had surround the legend, all the rooms, well, open up and you gotta try and hurl your ass out of there, and well, you win yourself fantastic prizes and all
Yeah.
that sense. So obviously the temple run, it was suspenseful, it was fun. I think they gave you like what was like 5 minutes. I don't remember the exact time, but I know they gave you some sort of time that'll give you enough to get through the different rooms and open all the doors, figure out the puzzles, the contraptions in order to get to the next one, get to the object. Because the more you advance on different rooms, the better it is. You'll get the thing and get on out.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay, last show that I want to talk about.
You probably said the best for last. Come on.
Well, I don't know about for you, but for me, it's my best for last.
I want to hear this thing. Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I would have figured Legends was because Legends is personally my favorite Nick show. I mean, my favorite Nick my favorite, game show. That was my favorite. It was Legends, then Guts, Double Dare, and then afterwards I'd actually say Nick Arcade. Like those were my top favorite shows.
Okay. Well, okay, 3 minutes. Well, thank you for the correction. So the show that I want to talk about last, this one was this show alone, I want to get a shirt about this one because this was my personal favorite one that I enjoyed watching the most. This one involved where you have to try and guess a puzzle by picking out, okay, the host is giving you a riddle. Once you try and figure out what the riddle is, you got to take the little, either circle it or take the little plastic thing, and basically you got to find, you see where I'm going when I say find? You got to find the little object that's hidden on the board, and basically once you plaster it on there or circle it in, you get a chance to enter a room, you're given another riddle, and you basically got to make a fucking mess and find what that riddle is hinting towards in order to get to the final challenge.
Yes, yeah. Okay. Oh my god, what the fuck, Austin? You should know this shit. Oh. I'm sorry, guys. It's been ages since I've seen any of these shows. I remember some more than most. But fuck. Okay.
Finders Keepers.
Okay. Finders Keep. Really? That's your favorite one? Finders Keepers.
It has always been my number. After Legends of the Hidden Temple, this show, well, actually, no. This was the usual lineup when I saw the program.
Okay.
It went from get the pick. Okay, this was my lineup, and I actually remember a lot of it vividly. So, 8 a.m. It started off with Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Okay.
Then it went to The Mystery Files of Shelby Woo.
I don't actually remember that show.
I didn't watch it that much. Then it went to Wienerville a few times. And they went to, if I'm not mistaken, Salute Your Shorts.
I remember Salute Your Shorts.
Then they did episodes of Rugrats.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of cartoon, whether it was like Rocco or All That. Well, not All That. Rocco, Ren and Stimpy, Hey Arnold, Cat Dog, Rugrats, then Kablam. Then it was the game show hours.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And the game shows that I remember, it went from the 3 ones that I can remember how it went. It went from to Double Dare, to Legends of the Hidden Temple, to Finders Keepers. And I always watch Finders Keepers after almost every single Legends of the Hidden Temple that transpired.
And you remember that schedule too. That's impressive.
And it's what I remember correctly because that's how it went when I was a child.
Yeah. So that's impressive, dude.
Schedule I used to watch on a Saturday morning that was played at my local television on Nickelodeon, my area. So that's what I can remember vividly because it's stayed because my essential part of childhood. So Finders Keepers alone, the whole entire concept of using riddles to try and find throughout a whole picture that you were given that was a silly theme and figure out these different clues to basically earn a room to go in and make a mess. That is the main thing that I always wanted to do on the program is that I want to go on the show, go in the particular room, and just destroy the whole entire fucking setup. I can only imagine what the producers have been like to clean up the whole entire thing just all over again. So that alone would have been incredible. One of my goals right now is actually to get the Finders Keepers board game.
I didn't even realize there was a board game. Unless if I'm being a fucking idiot right now, and nothing's connecting to my head right now.
Nothing connects to your head.
No, nothing does, clearly. Jesus.
At all.
You're gonna beat me relentlessly. I
bet. You remember that? Remember those Gushers commercials? To where
yes, I actually do remember those. Yes.
You get a Gusher, your fucking head turns into a fruit. Well, I hope you eat one of those. And I hope your head turns into a goddamn watermelon.
or an airhead, should I say?
No,
because I'm a fucking airhead.
Yes, I'm talking about Gushers, not airheads.
I know.
I hope your head turns into a fucking fruit from what transpired in those commercials. Or goddamn stuff yourself with gopher cakes. It was an advertisement that I used to see that involved this snack called gopher cakes. These fucking kids were getting together. They were stuffing their face and making milkshakes with gopher cakes. And it was like one of those ads to where don't be lazy or stuff your face with junk food. Get out and play.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Those types of advertisements. And I thought those gopher cakes looked pretty good.
Mm.
Go for the fun. Go for the fun. Go for the things. I don't remember how the jingle goes, but I remember it was like a very catchy little jingle. I remember it pretty distinctly.
Oh, God.
See, folks, for everybody out there, be like me who actually reminisces and actually stays through their childhood. Be like me. Maybe
I do want to watch these shows. I do, because it's been ages.
I'm talking to chat. For people, if you want to be more fucking happy and peppy like I am right now, stick to your childhood. Reminisce your favorite things you used to love watching today.
I will say, I agree with Uncle Gare over here. I agree.
You'll be fucking all peppy like I am.
I agree.
I'm so snappy and always all giggly and shit because I reminisce my childhood.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with Uncle Gerber. I agree.
So with that being said, folks, that's going to conclude this little talk of my top 10 favorite Nickelodeon game shows. I hope you all had yourselves a nice little time with this little lecture. I hope you all had yourself some nice little, talk, enjoying, reminiscing, and actually, enjoying this little program that I was able to bring. I hope you all got some, for some of the new generation, check out the past. But for the old timers who actually know these game shows, I hope it brought back some memories for you all to distinctly remember sitting in front of the television and watching. So for you newer generation, go back and watch these shows and you'll get an idea of what was awesome back in the day. For the older generation, you'll get an idea of exactly of what your childhood was like all those years ago, because I'm sure we included distinctly remember these programs vividly all those years ago. And again, be like me, be all peppy and shit. Relive your childhood of what made it so good.
Nickelodeon, the Nick game shows were a small part of the reason why my childhood was fucking amazing in the 90s.
Same here.
Yeah.
My childhood was fun as well because of that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I hope you'll enjoy this and stay tuned for another stream that I'll do in the later future. Give you all another talk about a particular topic that I might hopefully bring. So with that being said, see you later. Ciao for now.
Yeah, guys.